Hello, welcome back to another episode of Initial Impressions. My name is Kayli Pommering and I'll be your host today. This is a podcast dedicated to helping you create a deeper sense of inner peace. And this week's episode topic is going to be about something that is very relevant this time of year, and that is 4 ways to create and set boundaries with your family around the holiday season. This is a hard one, I know, for so many people. I feel like I'm always hearing my friends talk about how overwhelmed they're feeling about their family, or just maybe not looking forward to events because they feel like they can't be themselves, or they have family that has very different views than they have, or anything. Maybe your social battery is just drained. Maybe you love being around your family, but sometimes it's just a lot, or you normally wouldn't have the social battery for this many events back to back to back, and you just feel like you're stretching yourself too thin. So I want to help equip you to better prepare yourself for this holiday season and all of its festivities and all of our family members and all of their opinions. Now, I want to preface this by saying this episode is not about changing your family. This episode is not going to change your family. Nothing that I'm going to give you today is going to make them different than they already are. Okay, so I want you to go into this knowing that this is about your side of the story. This is about what you can do to protect your peace, because that's the only thing that you can really control anyways. So the first one might sound kind of obvious, but I feel like it's not often incorporated, and that's don't overcommit yourself. If last year you baked all the food, you hosted the event, did the gift exchange, and this year you just can't do it. It was too much last year, you were exhausted, and yet you're amping yourself up to do it again just to leave you miserable at the events you're supposed to enjoy. You need to express yourself and defend yourself. If you cannot do it, you need to just say that. You need to just say that with confidence. People are always so afraid that it's going to make somebody else upset. You know what makes people upset the most? When you do things normally and then you just drop the ball but don't say anything to anyone. Or at least personally for me, if I don't know somebody who's struggling with something and then they're just overwhelmed the whole time, but I didn't know beforehand that they needed the help, I would have helped. I want to know. And I know there's time periods even for myself that I've not communicated it, and I've just I better just do this. I'm just going to go to all these things because I think that I have to, or I think that I'm supposed to, but you don't. You don't have to go to every event. If your family gets together like 3 different times for Christmas, you can only go to 2. That's fine. If that's what you have the energy for, you need to make sure to only do things that you actually really want to do. If you don't really want to do them, don't do them. And tell people from the beginning that expectation. Now, I think a lot of people, when they think, okay, well, I've done this all these years in the past and they haven't helped me, and I want to set the record straight, da 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 da. Okay, if you go into it with that energy, it's probably going to start a fight for no reason. When instead you can say, whether you've done all these other things in the past, you enter the group chat and you're like, hey guys, so looking forward to seeing everyone this holiday season. This is what I'll be bringing. Or if you're the usual hosting house, who wants to host this year? Throwing it out there so the expectation is set. It's not me. It's going to be someone else this time. And just be clear about it. Just set that expectation. Don't overcommit yourself. When people take the easy route and they assume that you're going to do things, be quick to set the record straight, but do it so gracefully and so nicely that you don't have to deal with fighting anybody about it, even though it shouldn't be a fight. Obviously, it shouldn't be a fight. But we're trying to protect our peace, right? We're trying to reduce the amount of conflict and confrontation that we're dealing with. And the easiest way to do that is to go about things in a super nice way. So say what you can do and don't do any more. That's it. If you can only bring 1 dish, only bring 1 dish. And let people know from the beginning. There's no confusion. There's no expectations. You got to let them know. Number 2, if you aren't sure they will support it, do not talk about it. Do not tell them. Keep it to yourself. Celebrate with someone else. I know we all wish that we could celebrate our deepest passions with our family. That's not the reality for most people. If you are trying to do something very different than anything that your family has done or anyone in your family does, they're not going to get it. They're just not. And you're going to hurt your own feelings trying to talk to them about these things that they literally don't understand, and they won't. And that's okay. That is really okay. You don't have to celebrate everything with your family. You can celebrate other things with them. You guys can have fun, you can reminisce on good times, and then when you're with your friends, you can tell them about the new promotion that you got or the fact that you're quitting your job to start this new business that you feel so passionate about. You don't need to tell people that at the family dinner. You really don't. You don't. I know it's so tempting because there's this part of you in your heart that wants them to support that decision for you so badly, but you have to check that part of you that wants that validation from your family because it's not going to serve you in the end anyways. You have to accept the fact that there are some things that your family won't understand because of the conditioning and the way that they were raised and their own protective mechanisms, their own beliefs about what they think they're capable of. So when you try to supersede that, and you try to do something that's vastly different than anything your family's familiar with, they're not going to get it. I mean, I don't even think most of my family gets what I'm doing, like with my podcast, with the wellness stuff, the fact that like I'm working all the time because, I work my day job that's fueling my passion job as I'm building my baby, as I'm building my mindfulness career and my wellness career. And like, I'll talk about it here and there, but I don't talk about it a lot because I know that it's not the safe path that a lot of my family would choose for themselves or think is safer for me. They would think that it's, safer for me to pick like this very specific career. And so I know that they don't look at my passions the same way that I do. And it's not even to say that they're like mean about it. It's just like, I think that in a way, it'll always be like my little business to them. And that's okay. Like, that's fine. For a minute, like, I would kind of be frustrated because I'd be like, well, I want them to take it more seriously, Like, I want everyone to take it more seriously. It's not that they don't take it seriously. It's that, like, in their brains, it's not the safest path. And so if you're doing something different than your family's normal, they're not going to understand. And so that's okay. Let it be okay. And celebrate it with other people. When that thing comes up, when they say something and it like, oh, how's your little business doing? I know the temptation is to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I know it's to be like, what do you mean? Like, but resist the urge, understand their programming, and accept the fact that for one, you don't need their validation. And for two, that they don't understand, that they don't have the same vision that you have. Nobody has the same vision you have, truly. And you have to be okay with that. And then the best thing you can do is answer very briefly and redirect the conversation, which goes into my number 3. Pick your battles. Redirect, de-escalate, redirect. Okay? I literally can't say this enough. Redirect, de-escalate. You don't have to fight these battles, okay? You don't agree with them on politics? Cool. Don't talk about it. We don't agree about your lifestyle? Cool. Find some kind of common ground and redirect the conversation to that. Obviously, you want to be respected and all these things. I totally get it. But if you're choosing to go to these family functions that these people don't agree with you on a lot of things, and you're choosing to go anyways, okay? You're choosing to be here. You're choosing to be at this event. Redirect, de-escalate. What does this look like, okay? Oh, what do you think about the political, da-da-da-da? Oh, it's been a tense time for the country. How's work been this week? Like, so quickly. Like, oh, a lot of people have been really stressed out about it. It's a stressful topic. But how'd your new promotion go? Or, I really like that sweater that you have on. Or, that shade of lip gloss is so nice on you. Redirect. The best redirection is asking somebody else about their life. That is the best way to redirect and de-escalate. When they try to ask you, oh, I saw that you went to that rave. I didn't know you were into that kind of party scene, right? Okay, somebody says something like that and you're just like, bro, really? And they don't understand your life. They don't understand it. They don't get it. You could sit there and try to defend yourself, or you could just be like, oh, yeah, it was so much fun, but how's work going? Like, literally. Oh, I heard you got a new dog. How do you like your new job? Like anything, literally reach for anything that you can ask them about their life to take the spotlight off of yours, because what we're trying to do is protect our peace and conserve our energy, not change the way they think, because you're never going to. Number 4, when your social battery is drained, exit. Exit, exit, exit. Don't stay past it. You're feeling drained? Go. And go swiftly and go with confidence. Hi guys, I'm about to head out. I'm feeling really tired, or I have a headache. I need to go rest. Get out. If your energy is gone and you stay there, you're not there with the right energy. And when you're not there with the right energy, to be honest, it usually leads to conflict, because you're feeling drained. Maybe you get a little sassy when you're drained. Maybe you're just like not the one at this point. You've had it. You've been to too many events. It's time to go. Then it's time to go. Be about that. Don't sit there in the corner and like punish yourself and like make yourself have all these conversations that you don't want to have. When the battery is empty, get out. And maybe the battery is just empty with that one person, right? Maybe you just are tired of talking to this specific person. Maybe you keep trying to redirect and de-escalate, but they're just like not getting the hint. Go to the bathroom. Say you need something else. You're going to go get a snack. You want to go brew a cup of coffee. Leave that little interaction and make sure that you find somebody else to interact with for a bit. It's best to do that before any real irritation festers, because then it messes with your vibes for the rest of the night. Try to let things just kind of glaze off you, okay? Just let it ride off of you. Try not to take things too personally. People's limitations that they project onto you are the limitations they have for themselves. Most people are doing the best that they know how. We're all being given information every single day that's vastly different. I mean, we're like fire hydrant getting shot with information every day. And we're all hearing vastly different stories about what works in this life and what doesn't. And so we're interpreting all of this information from that viewpoint, from those limitations. So understand that about your family. And if you're going to choose to be around them, this is the best way to have a little bit of peace throughout the process. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this episode, or if you can think of anybody that before this holiday season needs a little pep talk to get ready to go, to get ready to face these conversations and face all these events and have their social battery drained, then definitely share this episode with them. If you enjoyed it, please give me a follow, like, subscribe, whatever platform that you're listening on. Any ratings and reviews literally mean the world to me, and you guys listening every other week is why I continue to do this. Just knowing that I'm having any type of impact, that I'm helping any of you feel at peace, brings me so much happiness and love, and I just want to continue to pour that into you guys. I want to continue to help you as much as I possibly can with the things that I'm learning, that I have noticed have made the biggest impact on my life and have given me a deeper sense of peace. So as always, I hope that you are leaving more at peace than you came.